Morning, heading to Sulphur Springs today for finals. It's going to be really, really close. Brandon's been practicing, got his plane in check now. We've got Luke. We have 2 competitions. I'm up by 9 points. So it's going to be really close. I'm going to be a little nervous for this one. I got to fly my best. And hopefully we bring home the championship this weekend. I also want to touch on a note of something that I heard this morning. This is actually the first time I've gone to a competition without a Lexi. And this is the first time that I've actually ever left on time. Coincidence? I don't know. Just an observation. So my wing camera stopped working, so no video of the landing here today. Sulphur Springs, traffic, mall 30, Victor 3 miles to the north, enter downwind 401, Sulphur Springs.
Found Lexi.
We made it.
It only took about 3 minutes. Sitting here next to Brandon, said he had no excuses this time. He's already ready to go. Look at that.
I just hit my head though.
He's already got an excuse.
No,
Leak it from the nose gear.
It's not leaking anymore.
Took 2 minutes. Already got an excuse.
It's not leaking anymore.
You'll never see this. I put her to work. Look at her.
I'm doing something for once. I love it.
Morning. Everyone's getting all lined up for practice today. Doing something a little different. We're actually going to practice before the event, which we've never done before. So I need to get my landings down. I need to start hitting the line. Or not hitting the line, but going over the line. So I have a thing in my head where I keep trying to hit the line and I do it and I scratch. I've done it multiple times now. So landing past the lines is what I'm focused on for practice this morning. So let's get it done. All right, guys, I'm here with Brandon Korn flying the 205, my arch nemesis. So the only people that can win finals are me and Brandon at this point. So Brandon, how scared are you?
Well, I've been struggling a little bit. I mean, and you're getting better, but I don't know. I still got a little on the table.
What are you aiming for today?
Oh, under the 150 foot mark. So if I can keep it under there, take off and landing, it's going to be tight. You've been a little better than me, but I'm going to tighten it up.
We all have dreams, don't we, guys? We all have dreams.
That's all right.
We'll see what happens, guys.
And here we go, Brandon Korn giving her the beans. Let's see if he does that famous tail strike of his with that tail skid.
Watch him in the cockpit now. Watch how physical the takeoff is for John McCardle. The flap handle is on the floor of the aircraft. See him working the mixture, getting all the power, and reach. You'll see him yank back on that flap handle. A little bit of a party trick you'll see in a second. Working the throttle, coming in hot. Working it, bouncing it. I mean, you got to think about how heavy these airplanes are. John McCardle now on short final, and he is nipping at Brandon Korn's heels, wants to take it from him, and very well might. He's coming in hot too.
Ooh.
Another big old bouncy bounce.
All right, keeping it straight down the runway.
So these landings are really tricky. We're getting some weird air over the taxiway, and then it turned into quartering tailwind, which is making the landings really long.
Low and ready to go. Power, good over the line. And he couldn't get it to work.
Yeah.
He couldn't get it to engage. So Luke Strandlin's secret weapon that was unveiled in Nashville for Music City STOL is his reversible pitch propeller. He's Brandon Korn. Brandon Korn digging his tail in.
All right, John McArdle giving her the beans. You see what he's doing in the cockpit?
Whoa.
Tail coming up.
He does not mind getting that prop close to the grass, yanking it back, and he is off. Ooh, right around the 25-foot mark for touchdown. Getting it stopped. Brandon Korn knows how to work that. Sailing over the line, also touching down right around that 25-foot mark. Woo!
All right.
There we go. It got it working.
Man.
That takeoff for Brandon Korn gave me goosebumps.
So after the second run, I knew I had to put a good run together. I saw that I was pulling a little too early and I wasn't really popping up in the air, so I thought if I waited a little bit, even though I'm waiting, I was going to get up sooner. And you'll see here, I actually had my best takeoff.
Man.
Look at him yank back on that flap, just so physical. John McArdle with the shortest landing, a takeoff of the bunch. Nice for Luke Strandland.
Wow.
John McArdle, by the way, just put down a 139-foot takeoff.
All right.
Really working that nose wheel.
Yeah. Working those brakes, too.
John McArdle now, 139-foot takeoff. Little burst of power, good over the line, riding it.
A little spicy.
Let's see what he pairs that takeoff. It was the shortest takeoff of the bunch. Watch this replay now as he comes in low over the grass. It would appear he made it over the line. I don't know if it could have been closer.
Yeah, that is.
I don't know if they're going to call that a scratch or not. The judges are reviewing as Luke Strandland comes in, putting it down about 25 feet.
Man.
I gotta give me one of those. That's really fun. It looks like the call for John McArdle did stand. They're calling that good. It couldn't have been any closer. Like literally good by a blade of grass. That's gonna move John McArdle up into first place with a combined score of 472.
All right.
Oh, or excuse me, 372, and you're never gonna believe it, Cam. Luke Strandland, 373. With a takeoff distance of 139 feet, a landing distance of 233 feet, with a combined score of 372 feet by a foot. What? Give it up for John McArdle. John. Yeah, come on down. Real quick. Looking at tomorrow. What are you thinking leading in tomorrow with you and Brandon and Luke? How's it gonna turn out?
I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I think I just see you'll be the national champion right there.
All right, get up there, friends. Let's give it up for the touring class. He's asking for consent. He said, can we spray each other?
dusty roads, dusty days, heavy load. Night will fall where the sunlight fades. Hearts are wandering aimless strays.
Morning of the finals today. Here with Lexi.
It's no Dutch Bros, but we're getting some coffee.
Every time. Oh, and the weather looks great, right?
So
300-foot ceiling, so not looking promising on flying right now.
misting like a mother.
All right, guys, we got Luke Strandland here. He's already talking shit about the weather.
Keep raining, man. Keep raining. The wetter, the better.
Yeah, how you feeling about today, huh?
I'm hoping it turns out good. We get some good rain and get the ground wet, and that cheater prop will help me today.
Yeah, it's gonna help you a lot. If you don't know what he's talking about, the ground's gonna be all slick, so I'm not gonna be able to stop, and he's gonna put his cheater prop in reverse and stop in a second. So we've been about 10 foot off of each other. 1 foot actually.
Yeah, yesterday we were 6 feet at the last one. And
Yeah, I put that to my piloting skills over his,
Yeah.
you know. So
yeah.
so it's gonna be a fun one today. Well,
Just lawn dart that thing in there. It'll stop that way.
yeah, right. Just dig it right into the ground.
Yeah.
So it'll be a fun one today. We'll see what happens, guys.
From Omaha, Nebraska, race 10. A 1978 Mall M5. Give it up for John McCardle.
John grew up playing football, of all things. I was on scholarship to play at Kansas State. He quit competitive athletics due to it taking a toll on his body, but as you can see, he picked up an awesome hobby with flying the mall. So
Here he is, fired up.
the tail is way high.
To the airplane. Full throttle for Brandon Korn. He's going to get it powered up, and then he's got to tune that turbo, get the mixture and the manifold pressure all exactly tuned for best power.
Wow, that tail jumped off the ground.
And that is going to be the shortest takeoff of the day so far. Here he is now, coming in good over the line for Luke Strandland.
And
And
there's
the
the
roar!
reversible prop.
The roar of the reversible pitch propeller.
I'm going to call it. I'm going to say that he's going to be good. And he drops it in. Of course, great over the line. Look at rocking back and forth. Luke Strandland is in the lead currently.
John McCardle now holding it off. Down over the line. Checkered flag by Lexi. He's going to get it straight. Oh, good
Yeah.
job keeping it straight,
Yeah.
John McCardle.
Doing that pilot stuff. Say he pulled at the exact right time. No tail strike, no nothing. It was just nice and easy.
To get the nose up, but he also needs to get the flaps in as he yanks back. So he'll lean forward, put his hand on that flap handle, and pull both the flap handle and the yoke back at the same time. Watch right now. Go.
He's a master in that aircraft, and that aircraft is specially tuned for the competition.
Good over the line for Brandon Korn. Heavy on those brakes. Little bit of directional control as you know. John McCardle now working that angle of attacking, that nose nice and high.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Probably gave up 20 feet, but it's an awesome landing.
Watch on the replay now as he comes in. Little burst of power to get it up over the line, dropping it down on those gear. That tail wheel putting in work as well. And look, just totally locked up on those brakes for probably 10, 20 feet. Then he had to finally release the brake pressure to keep the tail down. closer to us, basically, than that feather flag. And right now, everyone's keeping that safe. Brandon Korn holding it on the prop, digging that tail in.
Uh-oh.
And we have an engine failure for Brandon Korn. He's going to put it down.
And had a fuel issue on this. Somehow wasn't getting fuel, and engine died on him on this landing. Everything turned out to be okay though. Once again, I knew I was behind here, and I had to put a good takeoff together. I've been gauging it on the takeoffs before, and I hit this one just perfectly.
And Brandon Korn is now clear of the runway. They're going to launch. John McCardle with a green flag. And off, super short for John McCardle. Here he goes, adding some throttling to keep it off. Good over the line, bouncing as he gets that reverse pitch. The old goose. If nothing else, it's just exciting to watch.
All right, John McCardle, for all the beans.
Ooh, right on the line for John McCardle. If he was going to take it from Korn, that'd be the one. Did it count? Going into the replay now, here in the booth, watching it. There's the, a scratch for John McCardle.
Man.
Very confident heading into today, Mr. John McCardle. Still podium, still on the podium, but a scratch for him, and of course, a scratch for Brandon Korn.
So this one was tough. I knew exactly what I had to do to get the victory here. I knew I had to get right over the line, just how I did in the last competition. And it's really tough to do that 2 competitions in a row. If I actually didn't scratch on that landing, I would have won by about 25 feet. And you could see here in the video, I was actually looking on my phone because I didn't know if I scratched. I knew if I didn't scratch, then I won. And if I did scratch, I got 3rd. And in this video here was my reaction after I saw the text that I scratched.
All right, well, congratulations, guys. It's time to celebrate. Give it up for your touring class winners here at the 2024 finals. And with 152 points for the season, your touring class champion is John McCardle.
Hey guys, if you made it this far, please subscribe. This year has been absolutely incredible in STOL. I've only been flying for a little over 2 years now, so there's going to be a lot more to come, a lot more backcountry flying. Next year, the touring class is going to be absolutely ridiculous. There's going to be a bunch of people building the Boss. I'm coming out with the Bearhawk. It's going to be a completely different class, and I can't wait. So stick around.
Tell me about Eddie Bauer.
Eddie Bauer is the best winter material you can possibly buy. Unbelievable. You can wear less clothes and stay warmer.
Eddie Bauer, reach out to
Eddie
Scott
Bauer.
Sweet.
Eddie Bauer, baby.
But he just did it for free, so
I did it
now
for
you're screwed.
free. Send me a case of beer, I'll drink it. And some new clothes.
A year